Tonight on Tranquil Radio, Marilyn Manson gets another acting job, five-finger death punch in the porn business, and are the Misfits done? Are they touring some more? Find out! All this and more coming up on Tranquil Radio.
I ain't farting on no snare drum.
What's going on, everybody? This is Tranquil Radio, a rock news show for everything rock except for when it's not, sponsored by the Foundry and Fantasy Entertainment Complex right here in Cleveland, Ohio. I am your host, Sean Ryan.
And I'm Coley Colgate. What's on the agenda tonight, Sean?
We got so much, Coley. Let's find out. Before we do that, let's just have you guys please subscribe.
Smash, smash, smash.
All right, first up on the block, we have Marilyn Manson. Marilyn is no stranger to acting at all. Like, the guy has just been in like
He's been in some flicks. He's done some television.
He's got more TV shows than he might have albums. He's been on a ton of shit.
I would say that.
Eastbound
over
and
the last
Down,
couple of years,
and Salem, and
the other biker show with the bikers,
Sons of Anarchy.
Saints of Anarchy, Some of Anarchy, the show. Here's a clip.
I'm gonna keep that little Puerto Rican real close. I wanna make sure no one breaks his heart.
Well, he could do with a little loving.
Marilyn Manson will be in a new show on Starz. Well, it's actually not new. I believe it's going to be in their third season, he plays a Viking death metal fucking dude named Johan Wengren, the bloodthirsty singer of a Viking death metal band named Blood Death.
That's a sick name.
It's creative.
That's a sick fucking name.
They must have worked on that a lot.
Somebody sat there for hours, days maybe, just saying, what is heavy? What could be?
I'll bet there was actually like 3 writers all coming
Putting
together and just
the
go
best
like...
thing. I mean, they probably had a bunch of cool ones, but they're
How
all
about
taken.
Blood Death?
Is Blood Death taken? It's gotta be. It's so simple. No, it wasn't. But here we go.
Yes, American Gods on the Starz Network. I actually looked this up. There's names that you would like recognize, like Cloris Leachman's in there, and the guy that did the 7-Up Yours commercials back in the day. A star
Names you would
studded.
recognize. The guy from the 7-Up commercial back in the day. Make 7 of yours.
Oh, wait. Marty McFly's dad in the Back to the Future movies.
Okay.
Yeah. This guy right here. Wengren and his group serve as a source of power for Ian McShane's Mr. Wednesday in his war with the new gods. I don't have cable, so I can't really get down to brass tacks about this.
If you got Starz Network, watch it. Let us know how it is, because I don't have cable either. That's why we make our own television, because we don't have cable. Last time we talked about Manson, he was doing that, was it Amazon Prime show or something like that? Or some Stephen King job that he was working on?
Oh, yeah. He is going to be on some Stephen King...
Was it The Stand?
I don't know.
It was The Stand.
Stand.
Yeah.
Man, better memory than me.
Yeah.
And
So that's the last time we talked about him. And I don't know if that wrapped or not. I'm certain it hasn't aired yet, because I haven't seen any memes about it. But
No. Yes, Manson will be on Season 3 of American Gods on Starz, and showrunner Chick Egley.
What a name.
You Egley. Egley goes on to say, and quote, bringing his specific energy, wit, and boundless enthusiasm for all things Neil Gaiman to the role of Johan, a Norse berserker.
Would you like some making fuck berserker?
Did he say making fuck?
In service to Odin, his performance promises to be disturbing, original, and uniquely entertaining. I know if you have Hulu, you can have an add-on for a couple more bucks a month, but we're starting to have so many apps that you may as well just get cable.
Yeah, it's to that point. So this segment is brought to you by Time Warner. Time Warner. They used to be, now they're Spectrum. Wait.
This segment also brought to you by cable. Fuck you.
Yes.
Cable. The third season will arrive in 2020. For fans of that show, let us know how it is.
Yeah.
Oh, and he will be on another HBO upcoming series called New Pope. The New Pope.
The New Pope?
Yes, not Pope Classic. The New Pope.
New Pope.
Fucking way 80s reference.
That was good. Where's the beef?
And yeah, that's all we have on that one. Next! And on to our next segment.
It's a doozy. It's a big one.
This is my favorite story, actually.
It's a big one.
Fuck Danzig after this.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Five-finger death punch.
Yeah.
Now, normally, we would never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, talk about five-finger death punch because we have class.
That's right. This
Yes.
is a family show.
Yes. None of your Monster Energy drinks punching through drywall, you Kyles.
Well, this next story is dedicated to every guy who owns a wife beater that slaps his girlfriend around once in a while drinking a Coors Light. The ex-drummer of Five Finger Death Punch, Jeremy Spencer.
I didn't know he was an ex-member. Like, I've seen this guy. Like, Five Finger Death Punch shows up on the articles quite a bit, whether I like it or not. Like, I still have to see their fucking faces, especially that lead singer. God, is he ugly.
Yeah, I think it was like an amicable split, so it wasn't really in the news or anything.
And this isn't the guy that went on to be a cop. I know we didn't do that story, but one of the members left and became a cop in California.
He could be a cop in another role. Basically, what he's done is he's gone on to do softcore pornography.
Let us fuck.
And that is...
For a website called Lady Killer...
Lady Killer TV.
Yeah, ladykillertv.com.
This next project that they're working on is a horror-themed.
Well, there are several spoofs, if you will, of several horror movies. About 6 of them or something. Jeremy performs in every episode, which he also wrote, co-directed, executive produced, and provided music for. So this guy was hands-on.
And he also starred in the roles.
Yes, it is softcore, so you will not see his little death punch. Some of these movies
That's too bad.
Some of these movies that are being parodied include The Exorcist, which I imagine instead of pea soup that she is shooting out of her mouth. Thank you. I wasn't going to say it. Nightmare on Elm Street, The Shining, and Friday the 13th, which I just like imagine it like Jason walks in on a girl, she's doing her business, and
then he starts doing her business.
Yeah, and then she goes, "Oh, sweet gimp mask. The safe word is pineapple."
Right, and then he murders her.
Yeah, because he doesn't talk.
Right.
Yeah, so there's no safe word. I didn't write the rules.
Sometimes you just gotta murder someone. This story has hurt my mental well-being because we just watched the trailer and
I can maybe show some these things.
We'll find out in post somewhere.
It was wild.
It was insane. I never liked Five Finger Death Punch ever. Still don't. But I will say, I got nothing else to say. Honestly,
there's still boobs.
Stands by that. I guess look forward to this coming soon.
Lady Killer boasts some of its top names in adult films, including Tori Black, Nicole Aniston, and Nikki Benz. I don't know who any of those girls are.
I don't either, but they sound like ladies, and that's cool.
Yes, they sound like polite women.
Mm-hmm. Jeremy's gone on to say, and quote, "I've had this idea in my head for a long time, and it was now or never in terms of pulling the trigger and making this series happen." By the way, he uses the stage name Kyle Kalbasa, which... I forgot to mention that earlier. That's my favorite part. You should see my boner right now. He's laughing because it's small.
He has his dick out.
Kyle Kilbasa.
Yeah, basically that is the end of the story, but it will be coming out this fall, but you can watch the NSFW trailer at ladykillertv.com. Only if you are 18 or over.
It's NSFW because there's titties in it.
And butts.
And butts.
And scissoring.
And yeah, scissoring.
Oh, scissor me timbers.
Next!
And on to our third and maybe final story. We might have a little surprise for you coming up next. Glenn Danzig of the Misfits. He was recently at the premiere of Rob Zombie's 3 from Hell. So was I. Not that one, but I was at a movie theater in Ohio.
Did you just say you were at the premiere when you just went to a regular theater, probably by yourself?
It was premiere night. I went with 2 other people.
Okay.
My fiance and my friend.
All right, fair enough.
Bionic Buzz did a interview with him just real quick while he was walking the red and bloody carpet. And asked him whether or not the Misfits will be touring anymore, whether they will be maybe making an album. Before we get into more of that, the Misfits, they had gotten back together in 2016 with some of the sort of original members, Jerry Only and Glenn Danzig, Glanzig as I like to call him, and Jerry Only's brother, Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein. God, it's a mouthful. Speaking of that last story, And they got the old Slayer drummer Dave Lombardo and AC Slade from Amen. But the Misfits, they have done a couple more shows, and then they're scattered all over like the biggest cities. I mean,
maybe like Riot Fest and shit like that.
Yeah,
like the
Chicago, New York is coming up, and LA, of course, Vegas. They're gonna do all that stuff, and they are raking in the fucking dough. Like, I swear to God, I think it's even more expensive to go to a Misfits show than it will be for Hella Megatour that we talked about last week.
Weezer,
Green Day, Weezer, Fall Out Boy, Bionic Buzz, whoever the hell they are. I'm sure they're nice guys. He went on to ask Danzig, and Danzig replied, quote, "No more Misfits shows except for MSG." Now, what does salt have to do?
That's what I was thinking. I read this thinking salt.
Yeah.
You know, like, what do we
I know, that's a lot of sodium.
Yeah, like
that's what they put in ramen.
Right.
What is MSG?
I don't know.
Madison Square Garden. Gosh.
Okay.
Gosh. You know, Glanzig, you got me.
You son of a bitch.
I'm always learning something new from him. This is off the rails.
That's fine, because there's barely a story here.
Right, yeah. Just, in short, no more shows after the Madison Square Garden game.
Yeah, quote, "There's not going to be any more Misfit shows," explaining that he and his bandmates want to make each event special.
Yeah,
now,
so special.
Now, this probably doesn't have anything to do with the court documents that were found back in June that just agreed that Jerry Only, the bass player, and Glenn Danzig, the singer from the original Misfits, would tie the knot, if you will, and go on just 11 dates just to stop from suing each other. That was like the agreement.
Yeah.
Because this has been tied up in court for decades. They broke up in like fucking 83.
Yeah.
We weren't even born. You probably weren't either. So this has been going on for a really, really unnecessary long time. And they seem to just, like, Jerry just seems to be like, "Please come back on tour." And Danzig's like, "Well, I make enough money all by myself." Oh. But you know what? It stopped the lawsuits. It made a lot of people happy.
Oh, look at me. I'm making people happy. I'm the magical man from Happy Land.
I get it. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, whatever. But there are no
corporate.
plans for new shows after Madison Square Garden, which I believe is on October 19th. Nothing in Cleveland. Nothing.
That's fine.
Honest to God, I like the Michael Graves version of the Misfits better. They were heavier. They have two really solid albums. The audio quality of the original Misfits, I know this is sacrilege for a lot of you people that are paying attention to it, but I'm not like the hugest fan of it. I know they had some great songs, but I digress.
Who cares?
Danzig says he is going on a European tour with his band Danzig. I am sure Doyle will be either writing a new album or doing his tour circuit like he was doing before.
Or just hanging out at the gym.
They make vegan steroids? That dude...
Yeah, he's fucking jacked.
He's bigger than fucking Terry Crews. Okay, I know, they're both vegan, actually, which is weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Long and short of it is, there's going to be no more Misfits shows after the Madison Square Garden gig.
Maybe they'll get back together. Maybe, like, you know what? Even they're all in separate dressing rooms. They all have separate buses. Like, when Motley Crue agreed to get back together in 2004, it's just like, I don't want to actually be near you until we're on the stage. It's a bummer, but, I mean, you know what? If it appeases the fans, sure, man. I like that. That's cool.
Who cares? Most of the people going to see Misfits at Madison Square Garden aren't real fans. Some might be, but the majority is no. That's not the case.
What, because Misfits fans don't have a lot of money? Are you money shaming them?
Yes. Yes, I am. It's going to be a bunch of young people who are like, "I want to see Misfits. I have that t-shirt." Fuck off.
All right, next story. Next.
Say, Sean.
Yes?
I'm wondering, as a young man, do you know of a place I could go when I'm short on my dough, and someplace I could find many ways to have a good time?
I know of a place, and it is a gym that I go to called the YMCA.
Well, normally I'd say you're right, Sean, but not this time. This time it's the Wall of Death at the Village People's concert at Riot Fest this past week. Did you fucking see this?
Yeah, this isn't really a story at all.
It's just fucking funny.
I just thought it was great because this is like the hardest thing. Well, I can't say this is the hardest thing the Village People have ever seen before.
Oh, that was a dick joke. Nice. Nice.
But, yeah, we're going to take a look at it right now.
I just think it's really funny. Like, just think about this for a second. You're there, you're trying to check out the Village People, you see a bunch of bros pushing people around, and he's like, "Oh, mosh pit, okay, fun." And then a Wall of Death just breaks out. What the fuck is this? And this is at Riot Fest, mind you, so I think it's
I
hilarious.
don't even know who was at Riot Fest this year.
Well, the Village People, clearly.
Yeah, there's a lot of great acts that always
And I love
turn.
that they're just still up on stage doing the whole, spiel, and now the whole crowd's doing it right out of the Wall of Death.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Village People too, and I was just like, they can't be the same fucking guys they've had. And I looked them up on Wikipedia.
Well, yeah, there's the Indian.
No. They've had 18 different members, not including the 6 they have on stage right there.
Yeah, I couldn't name a guy in the
It's a
Village
variable
People.
orgy of members.
Well, it's a
of
village
the Village People.
It's a village of people. And it takes a village to open a YMCA or something like that. I don't know the analogy. But
It takes a village people to raise a child.
oh, well, okay.
Right?
Not in my America, goddammit.
No, we think that's cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's
And
probably
look, there's a fella in a chair. Oh, can't say that.
Does he have a walker?
He's in a wheelchair,
Is he
I
in a
believe.
wheelchair?
Something of the sort. This is an eclectic blend of what the fuckery, and I love
Lieutenant Dan, your legs don't work.
I just think, if you're gonna do a Wall of Death anytime in your life, you're gonna want to do it in the most inappropriate place you possibly can, and if that happens to be during the YMCA by the Village People at Riot Fest in Chicago, Illinois, by all means, you have a great time.
I think a wall of death at a nursing home would probably be more.
Oh, that's just a in memoriam wall. They have those. They hang up photos.
Yeah, that is all that we have for tonight's episode of Trendkill Radio. Thank you guys so much. It always comes out on Wednesday, so make sure you tune in every single Wednesday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do the comments. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. You can find us at the same IP address, Trendkill Radio 216, blah, 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 blah. And thank you, Coley, for showing up.
Oh, well, I tried not to, but
This guy was napping over here.
I took a sleep.
Fucking took a long sleep.
I was over there. I said to myself,
Fucking guy.
says to myself, I'm taking a nap. And I did that.
And I left my fucking shoes on.
I did.
Yeah. This is Trendkill Radio. I am your host, Sean Ryan.
And I'm Ted Zielinski. We make Trendkill Radio for the American working man. Because that's who we are. And that's who we care about.
Good night.
I ain't farting on no snare drum.
That was a good deep breath. You ever swim underwater?
I try not to breathe in the water.
Oh, well, you should try that sometime. Like, seriously.
I do go to a gym with a pool.
Oh, Jim. I was just going to dedicate this next segment to all the Kyles out there. All right. It's like... I thought they were a clothing line, like this whole fucking time. They play shows, dude. They play shows. I thought they were a clothing line. I just...
Who knew? Who knew?
Color me fucking confused. I had no idea. Ma! The Misfits!
They're in the fucking backyard, Ma! Call the 5-0!